live in an undisclosed location in California, Southern California. Behind me are happy horses, and next to me is astrologer Chrystal Lynn. She's a light walker like myself, working out here in the boonies of California and focusing on lost souls and animals in particular. So without further ado, welcome Chrystal.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. I'm really excited that we have this opportunity to talk about, some really cool astrological, fascinating subjects like animals.
Astro gossip and animals. And I'll say, animals are huge to my everyone that watches my show. In fact, honest to God, I haven't read any of my clients' animals, but every one of my clients has animals that are really important to them. When did you first start reading animals? How did that come to be?
It was interesting because that's actually how I even discovered astrology, that it was so accurate, through animals. I had started studying birth dates and, couldn't believe the accuracy. And I thought, I wonder if this works on my animals.
Mm-hmm.
And so, fortunately, I had several that I had their birthdays. And I plug it in there, and I just saw the whole dynamic playing out.
Did you run their whole chart?
Their whole entire chart.
That's amazing. The problem I've always had is I've adopted animals, and so I haven't had their chart information, which drove me nuts, by the way. And I almost don't think, with all due respect, I'll adopt another animal because I need to know the chart.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it could be a good father to the parent, to the dog,
Well, it just gives it so much more understanding and a connection if you have that information. And I recommend, even people who want to go to, the pound to find an animal, a lot of them will be turned in with birth dates or puppies that, look for that. Do you have their date of birth? Because a lot of them, will have that in the information.
Yeah, I was actually tricked. It said their date of birth, and then later I found out that was when he was found. Discovered on the road, because I was like, wait, this is the wrong year, right? They're like, no, that's the found date, not his birthday. I'm like, oh, I thought I had a Cancer dog.
Yeah.
But he was a sweetheart. But I've noticed with the moons, though, when I had a dog, he passed away this year. But I think I got his rising down after getting to know him, and I noticed in certain moons he'd always get real moody and sad, so I wouldn't worry about him as much when I knew about the moods.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look at, definitely. Well, one of the things I had discovered is I have a friend that has, struggled with epilepsy her whole life. She's about 40.
Wow.
And they decided to get a service dog. And the way that this worked out, this service dog was actually able to start to read her seizures up to 45 minutes before she would have them.
Wow, that's how that works?
That's how that works.
I didn't know how that works. I thought they just called red alert or something.
Well, and that's the difference. There's an alert.
Like doggy phone?
Oh, yeah. No, there's an alert dog, and then there's a dog who can read these seizures before they happen.
Wow.
And so I said to her, and this is when I was first looking at animals in astrology, do you have this dog's birthday? And she did. So I opened up the chart, and Sun in Pisces, Moon in Pisces, Mercury, this whole lineup that was
totally
fascinating.
Empath dog. Yeah, empath dog. Yeah.
And that's what really triggered me to start thinking, well, we know that is one of the gifts of the Pisces, is being able to know what happens before what happens.
Being an empath. And also just reading the vibration. They're empaths. They can read that something's wrong.
Yeah.
They get so codependently tied to your vibration too.
Yeah, but they are the number one, service dogs if you can get placements in the chart where you see Pisces or Cancer.
So you really, that's so fascinating. So it's like, after studying dogs, service dog after service dog, you're finding that many of them are Pisces and many of them are Cancers.
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes. And the thing about it
is,
the
trainers are just like, this has the right mentality for. They just pick them out by personality, right?
Yes.
When they choose them.
Yes.
So they don't know it's a bunch of Cancers or.
No, and that's what if I could get this message out.
Okay.
What my message is to actually come alongside trainers, because what happens is in the service dog industry, is it takes up to 2 years to really train one of these dogs and really figure out what gifts it has. If somebody who has epilepsy gets a service dog and they cannot read the seizures before they happen, they're really not at as much of a value to them.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
right?
If you have a dog that can sniff that out.
If I, as an astrologer, can look at that birthday, the moment that dog's born, and I can say, this dog has the potential to do that specific talent.
Okay.
Then the trainer can start training from the beginning, because a lot of times people with epilepsy will get one of these dogs and it won't be able to do what they need it to.
Okay.
So I can get in way earlier by reading the chart or teaching people how to look for this.
Do you look for compatibility with the client and the dog?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, I think what Crystal's saying in a very bashful Virgo way, is that you can hire her
Yes, you can.
to run, if you're going to spend a lot of money on a service dog. There's thousands, right? I mean,
Yes.
it's like a car.
Some of them, the whole packages can run up to $30,000.
Yeah.
That's why
But
it's
I
so
would
critical
invest,
to get
yeah.
the right dog. Now, dogs who have strong cancer signature, they're the ones who can read, if somebody has diabetes, they can read when the blood sugar's off.
Really?
They can actually smell cancer in
From
a
what,
person.
like licking you?
You know, what happens is, yeah, they'll start to paw, they'll start to get in your face, and their eyes will start shifting.
Huh.
And they'll
Little
start
mama
pawing at
dogs?
you.
Huh.
A lot of times the cancer dog will get up and lay on the area that they sense the sickness.
No shit.
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
It's
that's so
amazing.
cool.
It's amazing. Because what happens is your chemistry, your biochemistry changes.
Okay.
We can't see it.
Yeah,
But
and they
the dog
synchronize?
can sense it, that something's
Oh,
off. They feel
they
the
smell
energy.
something. Yeah.
So then they'll be drawn to it.
Yeah.
So now a Scorpio dog is going to be your police dogs.
Scorpio police dogs, very cool.
And dogs that can, sniff out dead bodies. They'll
Cadaver
put
dogs.
Yes.
I would think that's true. So you
Yes.
find that Scorpios are cadaver dogs?
Yes.
Wow, that's so
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
My God. And
Yeah.
do they hump the most?
Well, you know what? They're secretly, privately.
Yeah, they're good with boundaries, huh? That's really
But
cool.
the Aries also. You see the Aries in the police. You see a lot of Aries
So
dogs.
you do. So Aries German Shepherds, Aries Pit Bulls, these fighting dogs. Fascinating.
Yeah.
So how do people, we're going to give her website. We're going to put it at the bottom of the screen many times through this. So, but basically on your website, if someone had an animal and a date of birth, you could give them a synopsis. What is that like for you, that service?
Yeah, well, what I do is I have several. I can do a video that I send to people where I do a complete analysis of how their animal views the world.
Oh, that's cool.
And I look at it through, not the way I would look through a human chart. I look at it through the eyes of a predator. Or if I'm doing a horse, I look at it through the eyes of a prey animal. You have to read the chart differently.
Of a prey animal preying on the horse?
Well,
What do you mean?
a horse, for example, a horse is a prey animal.
Okay, excuse me. I'm
Yeah.
very ignorant with animalistic terms. You'll
Yeah.
have to educate me.
Yeah, so a horse is a prey animal, and a dog, cat, those are a predator.
Oh, okay. It's
know.
a classification of where it's from. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so when you're reading the chart, you see the energy through the eyes of the animal, how they see the world.
And their intentions, yeah.
Because they don't have ego like we do, and they don't have the reasoning ability for us to, they don't manipulate. They're honest. It is what it is.
I don't know. My dogs seem to manipulate me a lot.
Well, they can.
He's a
They
predator,
can learn to
though,
train
right?
us, yes.
Do predators manipulate?
Well, yes,
Okay,
they will
yeah,
manipulate.
Because they do. They whine, they please.
Oh, yeah.
It's for food. Yeah.
Well, they've got you trained.
Yeah. He did have me trained. I'm going to wait for the next dog, but when I get a dog, I'm definitely going to come to you. That's for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'd love it.
So let's take a little break, and when we come back, I want to talk more about astrology and signs in dogs. That's a fascinating topic. In fact, I think it'd be really good for us to go through all 12 real quick.
Yeah,
For
that'd
the
be great.
owners. Is that cool?
Sure,
You see?
absolutely. I'd love it.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
Well, hello everyone. I am Chrystal Lynn. They also call me the Cowgirl Astrologer. I'd love to invite you over to my channel at Chrystal Lynn on YouTube, where I update with free weekly videos the astrological happenings, what is going on up in the sky, and how it personally relates to us. You can also check me out at cowgirlastrologer.com and check out more about my very in-depth natal chart readings. Oh yeah, don't forget, Cowgirl Astrologer on Facebook as well. Thanks, you guys. Hope to see you there.
And I am out with Chrystal Lynn. We actually moved out of those seats because it was a little too sunny there and moved by the pen. And this is her horsey. Tell me about him.
This is Dakota, and I've had Dakota since he was born. So I was fortunate enough to know his rising sign and his whole chart. He's 23 years old this year.
Old man.
Oh man, and he is a Leo rising.
He's like, shut up. You look fabulous, darling. You look fabulous. Come on, Mama.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's interesting because he shares the moon in Pisces with me. So we have this really strong connection.
Yeah. Like
And-
avatars. What I was, yeah.
We
Your
see
tails
things.
intertwine.
Yes.
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 So, and you can see in his eyes, the big, soft eyes, that
Pisces
watery
have.
eye. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And you were saying that he spooks easier because he's a Pisces.
I think so. That's
yeah.
Thank you. That's what I've discovered. I didn't really know what that was when he was younger. And as I started studying astrology, they can see things, imagine things that are there that aren't there, and overreact.
Yeah.
Which is typical for us.
I just thought it's because they're alcoholics.
Yeah.
They were going through the bins.
Yeah. No, and he likes an occasional beer, so yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure you do, old man. Mm-hmm. So you've been specializing with animals and astrology, and I thought we'd go real quickly through the signs, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And how animals maybe differ, and I'll maybe represent humans in this conversation.
Okay.
So what's your and some of this already came out in our first conversation. It was fascinating with starting with Aries. You were saying.
Yeah, well, Aries are typically more of your aggressive type of dog, and they're very, very athletic dogs. So they make really good dogs to put into any type of competitions,
Okay.
any type of hunting. They like the chase.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, they make good police dogs.
Are they your hole diggers?
Yeah.
Okay.
They could definitely
That's
be
what
that.
drove me nuts was the damn holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My sister was an Aries. She used to dig holes all over the yard.
Yeah. And they're impulsive, and they're the type of dog you have to watch from, running out the door and getting hit by a car. I mean, just basic practical things. They're impulsive.
Yeah.
And they don't sit still, lay around as easy. So and they can be a little more aggressive.
Okay.
One person or one family dogs.
Have you noticed any disease attached to different signs or potentials for animal disease?
I have, and that's a really good question.
Anything for Aries that you want to point out?
Aries is a dog that can often get cuts in the head, have ear problems, anything that has to do with the head, eyes.
Okay, they literally
teeth.
end up getting their head hurt. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's that impulsion, but it's also kind of where they're a magnet to it.
Okay. So let's move on and tell me about Taurus. What if I were a dog? What kind of a dog would I be?
Yeah, well, a Taurus dog is going to be a dog that really wants the life of luxury.
Yeah.
The great little pillowy beds and wants to or sleep on the end of the bed, loves food, wants to go with you everywhere you go. It's actually going to be a nice dog that's pretty laid back.
Yeah.
If you don't want a hyper dog,
Right.
and you want to go with the dog, that's a Taurus or has a Taurus in the chart, definitely.
And I would imagine that Taurus dogs are really good when you have lots of small children or like girls. They're going to pull on it and try to give it lipstick. Like that would probably be a Taurus.
Absolutely. Dress it, the
Yeah.
clothes. They like to primp,
Yeah,
They like
that's
you
cute.
to pamper them, definitely.
I'd also imagine being a Taurus that he would never let go. If it was a boy Taurus, it would never let go of that old bone. Like, would not let go of the old toys.
Exactly. Very possessive over their things.
Yeah.
Toys, food, absolutely.
Even though it's totally rotten, still in the same pajamas kind of thing. Yeah.
And this might be the type of dog that you just want to have one dog.
Yeah. Oops, we got dogs running in
dogs that
here.
are getting excited.
All right, cool. What about Geminis?
Now, Gemini dogs can be a little more anxious. Here's
Okay.
where you have your anxiety issues. I also talk about issues with my clients behavioral issues. This might be a dog that's chewing up the furniture when you leave,
Okay.
having anxiety,
Biting themselves? those
biting
kind of dogs?
themselves. I have a horse that has Mars and Gemini, and she's really known for chewing other horses' tails.
Oh, gotcha.
Kind of a nervous behavior.
Gotcha.
But this is a great dog to take with you. They'll get bored easy, so take them with you in the car.
Okay.
Take them with you on the trip.
They need a lot of input.
A lot of input, or they'll get destructive.
Okay.
Definitely. And
Cancer-
sneaky.
And sneaky. And you mentioned in our first segment that Cancers are really good caretaking dogs.
Yes.
But are they moody?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Your Cancer dog is going to be very moody, like to go be alone,
Oh, really?
but at the same time, they do like people.
Okay.
They do like to be around people, but they need those times where you'll go, where'd they go?
Okay.
And they'll just
In
disappear
the
off.
closet or whatever? Okay.
They take in so much vibration from the whole household,
Okay.
and they do pick up on illnesses.
Cancer dogs.
Cancer
Okay.
dogs. They will smell cancer,
Yeah.
diabetes. They will warn you if your blood sugar is going down. They can really read the body's chemistry.
Okay.
So this is one of the number one dogs for a service dog to have cancer, especially moon and Cancer in the chart.
If you're a nervous person or a Gemini, would you say a Cancer dog would be good? Would you say a Cancer dog would be good for a nervous family or a calm family?
More of a calm family, more of an emotionally stable family,
Okay,
because
otherwise
they
that
will
dog's
get
gonna be
really
nuts.
nervous if the family is up and down emotionally.
Okay.
Or yelling or screaming or anything like that. That dog is going to be affected. A Taurus dog might be better for that, where they're just like, hey, I'm going to go take a nap, figure it out.
Yeah, my mom's a Cancer.
Yeah.
That's what I did to her.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
recommend.
Rough, Mom,
Yes,
rough.
yes.
That's funny. All right, so Leo's fabulous dogs.
Fabulous. These are dogs you want to show.
Absolutely fabulous dogs.
Yes. They love themselves, and they like to primp. They like to go on walks. Here's your dog that's going to be in the pictures.
I've noticed that Leo animals will pose.
Pose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Bella's a Leo. I don't know because she was. We don't know Bella. She's in my studio dog, but I swear to God, she's got to be a Leo because she can sense and she will like literally know where it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He has a Leo rising, and look,
Oh,
he wants
look
to be
at you.
in the picture.
He does.
Yes, and they
you
like
are-
to go into shows. These are great dogs
he's
if you'd
so
like to
sweet.
show.
Leo dogs. Yeah, they're all ass in the air. kind
And
of.
they can be aggressive now. Here we go with dogs. If you want
Oh,
a
really?
watchdog or protector, they are going to take on that lion trait.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. They'll have
Yeah.
that energy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Leos are so sweet, but you screw with their family, man. They go crazy.
No,
That's true.
they're the ones that are going to be sitting up, in the backyard.
The dog is
We wish we
attacking
could-
our director right now. The dog is
is what
literally
we need to
attacking our
see.
director. Yeah. So he's doing a good job to dissuade him. Oh
You
my
lay
God,
down.
that's funny,
Sit.
dude. We're doing an interview here.
Now, this
what's
isn't-
what's his sign?
Well, he has a moon in Pisces also.
Okay.
So he is picking up on the excitement of our energy right now.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
very interesting. But he is picking up on.
It's literally, it's like the scene, if you guys have seen Airplane, where the dog tries to molest the guy when he comes over to pick up the guy at the airport. Like, that's what it is with our
Yeah.
director. It's like, our director's getting attacked in the background. And this little Scot or something is trying to keep it in check. It's
Yes.
hilarious. We don't have B-roll of this. We'll have to keep going here.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think we need B-roll. We got
Yes.
some sound effects there.
Let me.
We'll come back.
Okay, come here.
Okay, we are back, and we had to go to a little commercial there because her dogs were having a fiesta with our director. So we took care of that. And we were actually talking about the signs of the dog. So if you have a pet at home, you might, listen in. We were just finishing up Leo's being fabulous dogs. They're kind of show dogs. Any kind of, you were saying they're good, any kind of health thing with Leo? That was the thing I was going to ask.
Yes, these are dogs that are going to actually have to watch for heart problems.
Literally, okay.
Literally. It's very similar as it is in humans when we look at medical astrology, focusing on, what body part.
Okay.
But yeah, heart problems would be something that I would watch for, back problems in a Leo dog.
Okay. What about Virgo dogs? I imagine these dogs would annoy me. No offense.
Hey, wait a minute.
Sorry, Virgos. I didn't say humans.
Yeah.
I'm just
Actually,
humans try. I
the
don't-
Virgo dog is actually your trick dog.
Oh, really?
Yes, so in the circus.
Oh,
or
no
in-
kidding.
Yes,
That makes
any
sense.
type
You're
of dog or
training,
animal that you,
highly intelligent.
highly intelligent, you also want to keep them busy because they can be chewers too. Anything with Mercury,
Okay.
Geminis and Virgos, they're going to be your more nervous dogs
Okay.
and, can again get that anxiety.
Do they need to be exercised more than nervous
Yes,
dogs?
yes,
Okay.
and their mind has to be stimulated.
Okay.
A lot of times they take them to the vet now and they'll even put these kind of dogs on Prozac. No, stimulate
Are you
their mind.
kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He likes me.
He
He's
does.
so sweet. Dude, we are going to do great things together. So, health issues for Virgos?
Would
Virgo
be
doggies?
stomach problems.
Oh,
Would be
okay.
stomach problems, digestive problems, actually even eating toys and getting it stuck in the stomach
Ooh.
because they like to play with toys. They're very much like that. They like their little animals. They like hoarding them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're so cute. All right, so Libras. What about Libras?
Yeah, I
Dogs
think
can't make up their
Libras-
mind. Run
yeah.
up for their toy. Run for the food. Run for their toy.
Yeah, more passive, maybe more insecure. Maybe this is the dog that, if you have more than one dog, they'll do well with that.
Okay.
So this is a dog that'll blend in.
Interesting. Yeah. Do they take care of the other dogs?
I would say so. I would
Okay.
definitely say so. Likes music, likes to have, the feel of, just like a person, that feel of the home, the environment. They're going to pick up on that.
Libra would probably be a good purse dog, I bet.
Yes,
Little,
I would
like,
say
ladies'
so. Little
purse
arm,
dogs.
little arm purse, little arm
that's
candy.
in LA. The average pet is a woman's, really accessory.
It's interesting because one of my horses has a moon in Libra. And out of all my horses, she is the most balanced and comfortable to ride.
Oh, no kidding.
And I noticed that the way that she moves is very balanced, where sometimes you ride horses that are real bumpy. No, she's like riding just a Cadillac,
Oh my God, you're talking about Libra women now.
Moon and
It's
Libra,
true,
that's
though.
all I'm
Libra
saying.
women are smooth. So are the men, I hear. Oh my goodness. All right, well, what about Scorpio dogs?
Oh
Those the ones
boy,
humping?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, these are your cadaver dogs. These are
They
your
smell at the dead,
Yep, 911, you put those dogs out and they're sniffing out. They're going to do the hunting, that
Okay.
investigative, great police dogs, can be aggressive.
Yeah.
So this is your watchdog.
And unforgiving, too. Right?
Unforgiving, yes.
They're the ones that might bite the owner by accident because they got pissed one day.
They can get resentful. You're not going to want to screw with the Scorpio dog.
Yeah.
They will not forget.
Yeah, Scorpio bitches.
Yeah. Will not forget.
I will say no more.
And they will wait. You know?
They
and so,
will
yeah,
wait.
Yeah.
They'll wait for their opportunity, won't they?
Absolutely.
They're like, I'll wait till he's going to go to the bathroom or scratch his balls.
Yes.
All right. And, okay, any health issues for Scorpio dogs?
I would just say any type of problems, just as Scorpios would have, they might have problems getting pregnant if you're breeding them.
Oh, interesting.
You know, they could have cancer.
Is he kissing me?
Well, that could turn into a nibble.
That was a little bit of a nibble
A
there.
love bite.
That was a love bite?
Well, I would say so, but see, horses like to play.
Okay.
Once they get comfortable,
That's play.
kind of his little dominant. But then
Gotcha.
I
He's
would
tickling me
yeah.
in his own mouthy horse.
Yes, like
Okay.
let's see. But then again, if you know, I would ask him not to, because then they can get more playful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then my whole arm's up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
So,
how about Sagittarius doggies?
these are your dogs you want to take hiking. These are your dogs you want to put in an athletic. You know, if you're an
Okay.
athletic person, these dogs will get out though. They will take off
And not come back.
and not come back.
Just like Sag men.
Yes, they might come back 3-4 days later, like
Just
nothing
like Sag men.
happened. Like nothing happened. Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
What?
Baby? Jim
But I
Morrison.
love you. Yes.
Don't you love her, baby?
Yeah. So, and they're kind of flighty. They're a little more detached.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you're not going to get that dog that wants to sit on your lap. You know, that's more of your Cancer dog, your Pisces
Okay,
dog.
yeah.
These are
But
dogs
imagine
that
that's
are
a dog that's a friendly dog, Sag dog. Like, go take the dog park, it'll be friends with all the dogs.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
And-
great, like this. You're athletic. You want to take them running, camping. They want to. They want to do all of those things. So,
Okay. So
yeah.
how about Capricorn doggies?
These are dogs that need a lot of structure.
Okay.
So if you are somebody that has a very structured life and you take your little walk at 9 a.m. in the morning and you come home, this is a great dog for that type of life. They do not like it if the world is
Changing.
upside down or changing. So they're going to be more stable. But if you are breeding dogs, these are big money maker dogs for breeding, that Capricorn energy.
Just knows that you're making money for the owner.
Yeah.
And it just knows it's valuable, and it just gets off on being number one.
It just has a way of breeding. The lineage comes through that Capricorn dog that will make them very valued. You know, very skilled dogs. They just have a way. If you're a breeder, like I made a lot of money on that litter. You know, why not this litter, but this litter? It's that Capricorn energy.
So tell me about Aquariuses, because we know Aquariuses are weird. What about Aquarius animals?
You know what? This is a more detached animal.
Yeah.
So if you don't want that animal up in your lap all the time and you want one that just kind of hangs out, independent.
Okay.
But they're very highly vibrational. So they are going to be more sensitive to noise and smell.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So this is a dog, you know, that if it starts acting up, it could feel that earthquake before it happens.
Okay, or aliens landing.
Yes, exactly. Sees aliens if they're
So if you're
looking
getting
out.
abducted,
Yeah.
you want an Aquarius dog to detect.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. But
All
they
right.
strut around. They're happy little dogs.
Yeah, probably real showy too, huh? Because
Mm-hmm.
they got that Leo in them. There's a showiness to Aquariuses they don't admit about,
Yes.
I find.
Yes.
And Pisces, I imagine, we've kind of broached around Pisces the whole time, but Pisces seem like really sweet.
Yes, this is a very sweet dog. This, again, to me, is what I've seen in my research. The number one of the service dogs
Is Pisces.
is the Pisces. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have that in the chart, you know, they can be moody, though. And they can be grumpy, you know, more if you move them. They like to go and sleep. If you get up and you're moving them around and disturbing that, they can be grumpy.
They can be, okay.
But typically, they're really happy. You have to be careful of illnesses because they take on so much
Do they have a lot
of
of
humans.
karma, these dogs? I'm wondering.
Absolutely. You know,
Because
they,
that's it with humans. It's like old souls and, yeah.
absolutely. And they'll come into your life, like out of nowhere. I mean, a lot of times we don't know the birthday, but if you've had a strange happening where an animal's come into your life suddenly, you know, you
Often
can bet.
a Pisces. Mm-hmm. So that dog on the doorstep.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a little break, and
Okay.
when we come back, I want to do a little astro gossip with you.
Sounds
Two
great.
astrologers talking astrology right after this.
Good day and namaste. My name is Christopher Witecki. I'm a natural-born psychic, an astrologer, life coach, and I call myself the sensei to Serious Joy. Serious Joy is a conscious entertainment that could potentially change your life. Each day, you'll receive 7 to 10 inspirational messages per day written just for you. You can receive your messages via text message or email anywhere on Earth with a cell phone or internet reception. If you're out of step with yourself, you feel it. When you're out of step with the world, you really feel it. And most importantly, when you're out of step with your heart, you know it. Well, friend, you don't have to feel out of step any longer. Sign up today and I'll give you the first week of Personal Sensei service for just 99 cents. You can cancel at any time. If you decide to continue with our service, you'll be charged $19.95 per month. That's less than $5 a week for a 24/7 soul assurance, keeping you in step with yourself and with your universe. I'll walk by your side day after day, 24/7 in your back pocket until you get it right. And I'm serious about that.
And I am back with Chrystal Lynn, astrologer. Are you psychic too?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yes,
so you
I
got the
am.
Pisces in you, don't you?
Yes, I'm a Pisces rising and I have a moon in Pisces.
Why don't you give us your stats, girl? You are a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
I have Mercury, Venus in Libra.
Okay, so that's very sensitive, intuitive too.
I have Mars in Leo.
Okay, yes, you're a lover.
Yeah. And then I've got my Sun, Jupiter, in exact conjunction in Virgo.
Holy shift.
Yeah.
So you're on a Jupiter return right now.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
have
I
you have you experienced good fortune, or have you experienced things falling apart? Because it's been my experience that Jupiter first knocks shift down before it ever builds anything.
I would agree with that. I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
It's the fortune planet, but like its fortune is it'll pay for the ambulance. It doesn't
Yes.
really.
Yeah.
But things get better. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just it's got a negative edge in that first cycle,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Second pair is crazy.
We can keep it up.
Okay.
She's locked a dog up now, and he's trying to get out. But we're
Sorry.
losing some. We're just gonna keep going.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting because it's the beginning of a new 12-year cycle.
Yeah.
So I think what we want to remember is, it's torn a lot of things down in my life, but very necessary.
Yeah, they're all necessary things, right?
But I do feel this sense of protection behind me.
Yeah.
This sense of
That you'll be okay.
That I'll be okay. That I'll make it through each one of these on top. I have this. Each one it seems to be happening that way.
Now, how long have you
I'm
been
gonna go with
practicing astrology?
I have been practicing astrology, or I've been studying it about 10 years.
Okay. What got
Yeah.
you into it?
Interestingly enough, I did go through a divorce, and when I met my husband now, I discovered they both had the same birthday.
Oh my God! You married the same birthday, so
Different
you don't learn
years.
easy, do you?
Different years.
Or do you think it was just prepping for the right one? I always wonder if God was setting you up for the right one when you have something like that.
Yeah, well, I think there's certain things that maybe sometimes you can't finish in one relationship, but then you're able to finish
Oh, that's absolutely
in another. But it's definitely things that I needed to finish.
true. Okay.
But what was interesting about it?
So you started studying the fact that you had the same birthday. That's how you got into astrology. You're
Yeah.
like, okay.
What the
it's
heck
like
is this?
You like dated twins in a weird way. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I had to know. Did it mean anything? And then
And Virgo had to know. Yeah.
Yes. So then I found out. Definitely.
And so now you do readings for humans and animals, right?
Yes, I do.
So let me ask you one astrologer to another. In your opinion, what are people dealing with a lot right now of your client base? Like, is there a theme that you're seeing a lot in the human culture?
Yeah, there is. There is. I think people are really in this in-between place of reinventing themselves.
Oh, that's a good point.
Letting go, the last really since Saturn in Virgo, especially, the Pluto and Virgo generation, we lost everything.
Okay.
And many of us had small businesses. We were very, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And I really see that the only real way, not the only, but probably one of the best ways, is to get on the internet and to be able to take our gifts, our tools, what
Yeah.
we've mastered, and become the teachers on the internet.
The healers, too.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like Pluto Virgo generation, who I affectionately call the honeybee generation, because I look at a generation basically as insects, because there's so many of them.
Yes.
But I feel like they're honeybees, and now it's time with Jupiter and Virgo. This to me is like their calling. Like they were meant to all get broken and heal themselves.
Yes.
That was their karma. And their karma was to learn that they could. But whenever I look at Pluto Virgo, these are the people that like pushed for all the new alternative treatments. They're the ones that are not satisfied with the healthcare system. And Obama, Pluto Virgo, he's obsessed with healthcare, Obamacare.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Obamacare. That's Pluto Virgo right there. What else are you seeing? Like with love, I'm noticing that. Like I noticed last year when Saturn wrapped up in Scorpio, everyone broke up for good with like whoever that person was that they couldn't get rid of. Like
Yes.
everyone had like some lover that they're always like, I don't know. Every
Hang
client of
on
mine's like,
to.
there's this guy that keeps coming back. I'm like, look, here's the deal,
Yeah.
But it seems like they finally came to terms, closed the door, and I'm seeing a lot of people hooking up now with real love, like real love, where they're really, their heart's love in their eyes and whatnot. What are you seeing in love life?
Absolutely. I think Mars and Scorpio gives us, now that we've entered that transit, gives us the opportunity to step up and have a more real, authentic, truthful relationship. We're not putting up anymore
That's true.
with the lies.
Yep.
We want what we want now, and we're going
Yeah.
to stand up for it. And I see a lot of people saying, being able to give themselves permission to say, this is what I want
Yeah, that's
in
true.
a relationship instead of compromising that. I think it's more black and white. And,
Yeah. I think you're right. And Mars in Scorpio basically is, I think, enforcing what Saturn went through Scorpio for 2 years doing. So Mars comes to enforce all the new rules. I think you're right, too. People are admitting that they're into panda bears and hot chocolate during sex.
Yeah.
It's all coming out now, and
Yeah.
we're kind of dealing with it. And we're talking honestly. In politics, I've noticed there's a lot of honest talk. I think that's Mars and Scorpio. Where Bernie Sanders is talking about Wall Street and, and the big banks breaking up. And we were in denial from 9/11 until this moment. We just did not talk about stuff.
absolutely.
What have you noticed with Saturn and Sagittarius? It's early in the transit. Saturn's only at 12 degrees at this interview. It's a big, it's a big belief structure change, which is hard to see in culture. Do you remember Saturn and Sag in the 80s? I barely do.
Yes.
Okay, tell me
Yes.
your perception.
Well, that was actually I had a very religious or spiritual experience during Saturn and Sagittarius.
Is that when you opened? I mean,
Yes.
Okay, that's what I
yes.
found.
I was 16 years old, though, about
Okay.
the first one. And, I opened up to so many new concepts. I began to study on such a higher level. And I think now we're seeing that return come where we're reevaluating our religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And with Neptune and Pisces in the background.
We're getting the real God, and we're also eliminating the freaks.
Yeah.
The real weird ones are coming out.
Yeah.
It's almost like to me that Saturn and Sag, like a lot of books, like I think Saturn and Sag sponsored probably the author to write The Secret. Saturn and Sag sponsored these authors that came out that kind of influenced us. It's almost like society now, which ignored all of it, and just a few of us were wackadoodles there for 12 years. Now suddenly we're like, okay, been here, done this, right? Like,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, wow, what's this? You
Yeah.
know, so it's interesting.
Yeah. And I think people are they have the opportunity, if they use it right, to become their own master.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think people. One thing I noted that's very interesting is Oprah came out when Saturn went into Sagittarius. She came out when Saturn was at 4 degrees. Saturn was 4 degrees the first time she went in the air, and I think that in the 80s, that was really the opening, Jupiter opening of truth and women and molestation, all that secret stuff. So
Yes.
it all kind of came out. Pluto's in Scorpio at the time, accompanying. So,
Absolutely.
so tell me about. Let's just do a little astro gossip. What's your favorite sign?
Well, I am very attracted to the Pisces.
Okay, is that what you married?
Yes.
Okay, well there you go.
That was that date that I was
So your
talking
favorite
about.
sign is Pisces.
We speak a different language.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think having a rising and a moon in Pisces, it is hard for me to really talk to people on a deep level typically because they're like, whoa, like that's so deep. Like,
I know, I get that too.
Yeah, and so when I find somebody that has a little Pisces in their chart, it's like
They appreciate it.
Yeah, and we can kind of talk a different language. You know,
Okay.
we can talk about all kinds of things. And so I think I really, I love that part of it.
So Pisces, get a reading with her. She
Pisces,
obviously reads
yes.
Pisces well.
Yes.
What sign gives you the heebies? I know this is generic because it doesn't come out in a sign, but this is for our
I
viewers.
struggle with Geminis.
Okay,
I struggle with
fair
Geminis.
enough.
Yes, because I think I'm a Virgo.
Virgos usually have love-hate with Gemini.
Yes, and it's that Mercury. It shows up differently.
It's,
And
yeah.
yeah, and we always are working on projects together,
Mm-hmm.
and they drive me crazy. They're always doing something and going over here and not finishing.
Have you dated a Gemini?
No.
Okay, so
No.
I was just curious what the sex was like because Virgo, Gemini. There's always like I have a lot of Virgo clients, and when I was just saying earlier about like how there's always one guy they always bring up. It's always a Virgo, and she's always bringing up some Gemini from her past. I'm just saying. And I'm always like, damn, Virgo. It's because I think their mind can't let go. But I also think Geminis just like kind of tickle them in weird ways.
Oh yeah.
But usually it's romantic. It's not usually, but I can see the electricity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Who do you think is going to do best this year out of the 12 signs in 2016?
Well, I think Virgos are on the rise
I
with the
think so,
North
too.
Node in Virgo. I think now's our time with Jupiter and Virgo. Virgos have been hit hard
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
You guys don't like it easy, though, in fairness.
No, and we're so self-sabotaging.
You all like to just
God, it's
totally martyr the
miserable.
shit out of it, and then you're like, oh, you come up from it.
It is. It's awful, and then we just, I never can do it, but then we can't stop. We have to keep trying and trying and trying.
You fix it till it's broke.
Oh, it's
And
exhausting being a Virgo.
Well, here's the thing. Can I give all Virgos a tip?
Yes, please.
Okay, you're supposed to listen to your heart. Like your favorite. Like, I think the pickiness of Virgo is to pick out your favorite. White, off-white, or eggshell white. Like, you guys have a different. Yours like you, and I feel like that when you get in your mind and let your mind do the picking, you get, that's where it hurts.
Yeah.
I think that's where it hurts.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to play a little game where she's going to look at my chart, and I'm going to look at hers, and we'll put up the overhead projector so you guys can see what we're doing. And then we'll tell you how you can get in touch with Chrystal Lynn right after this.
Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com.
And we are back with astrologer, animal intuitive, Chrystal Lynn. Chrystal, tell us how we can get a hold of you and how we can how someone can get a reading with you.
Okay, well, you go to my website, cowgirlastrologer.com.
Cowgirlastrologer. That's awesome.
Yep, and I have several different offers for readings. I keep it really basic. I do a 1 hour.
Okay.
This I can do through Skype, Google Hangout. I can record it on Google Hangout.
Cool.
Via phone. If you'd rather just be on the phone, I do. Like I said, I will record the reading.
Awesome. That's good because no one ever remembers everything, even though they think they do.
Yes. I also have a 15-minute transit reading if you want me to take a quick overview of the transits in your chart for the next year.
Okay.
And that's a video I send out.
That's cool. Transit 15 minutes.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And basically, so you could get your pet in an hour.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And she told me on the break that if you mention Soul Garden, you can get an hour for $99 with her. So take advantage. This is why I'm on the road, helping you see these awesome light workers that are authentic. And if you want your animal read, take advantage of this right now. And we'll have her. You're on the bottom of the screen. So, well, thank you so much. You've been an awesome cowgirl.
Oh, thank you.
I want to come back and see you again. And I want to know about
Absolutely.
when you have classes or something available. We'll tell the public about it.
Okay.
Okay, so let us know. Until then, have a great new year and stay in the light. I know you will.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was great. I had a great time.
I did too.
Okay.
Well, hello everyone. I am Chrystal Lynn. They also call me the Cowgirl Astrologer. I'd love to invite you over to my channel at Chrystal Lynn on YouTube, where I update with free weekly videos the astrological happenings, what is going on up in the sky, and how it personally relates to us. You can also check me out at cowgirlastrologer.com and check out more about my very in-depth natal chart readings. Oh yeah, don't forget, Cowgirl Astrologer on Facebook as well. Thanks, you guys. Hope to see you there.